What up, Dokkaners? Welcome back to Tsunami for another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. This video is going to be all about the Memorial Stones. Now, quick context before we continue. I am completely exhausted. I gave myself about an hour and a half to 2 hours rest after my epic 5-hour stream yesterday, or I guess today, depending on when you're watching this. But I'm recording this video just a couple hours after my stream ended, so it is about 4 o'clock in the morning as of my recording this, but you're only going to see this in the afternoon, so I'm probably going to be asleep by then. But anyway, my voice is still kind of tired, but hopefully it's recovered enough to do this. I wanted to talk about the Memorial Stone. So a lot of people were freaking out during my stream because they noticed other people getting the stones, but they weren't. There was a lot of people coming back to this campaign, or this game in general, because of the campaign, so there's just been a ton of activity in Dokkan. So they had to slow down the rate of distribution just so that their systems wouldn't crash, which is why they were sending everybody their stones in installments of little groups clustered by their IDs. So everyone should have their stones by now. Check your inbox. I'm about to do that as well. And I wanted to do a little comparison for some context for maybe you guys as well as other Dokkan tubers. I wanted to just compare some of the numbers that I've been seeing, because there's actually some surprising numbers that you're going to be seeing in a moment. So first off, the big reveal. How many Memorial Stones did I get? Well, the answer, 542. That is the grand total for me. 542 Memorial Stones. Now, what's shocking about this is that if you do the math, that comes out to 542 times 50, which is 27,100 stones. Probably an extremely depressing number to really think about. In 1 year, I spent 27,000 stones. That's ridiculous. I'm pretty sure like half of that came from the 5-year, because that's when I wailed out. But that is a staggering number for me. And I'm sure some of you guys are thinking, wow, that's crazy. Some of you might be thinking, wow, that's nothing. Let's add some context. So for those of you wondering, where do these numbers stack compared to the other Dokkan tubers? Now, granted, this is not going to be everybody. This is going to be some of them. I'm recording this again late in the morning, late at night, early in the morning. I'm really tired, so my words are going to be jumbled. So I didn't get everybody, but I got a decent amount just for some context. Here you go. Take a look at this. So Truth obviously led the way with 2,500 Memorial Stones, which means he spent 125,000 stones. And out of those, you gotta think maybe like half of that or more. Or I don't know. No, maybe not half. A decent chunk of that went into the blue dudes, because that was a pretty rough summoning for him. So Truth obviously leading the way with 125,000 Dragon Stones used. Nolar didn't give an exact number, but he gave a rough estimate during the stream. He said he got 2.2, so that's 2,200, which yields 110,000 Dragon Stones. Now this is where it starts to get a little surprising. Actually, this part isn't surprising. Havohai spent only 32,200 Dragon Stones. That's kind of crazy. I thought he spent more than that, given how badly he wanted to get like a copy of each Dokkan Fest. So he only spent 32,200 Dragon Stones. Pretty crazy. Now, what's even crazier is that I have 542. Tiger has 523. How does that work? I thought Tiger has been wailing out since the beginning. Well, not wailing out, but I thought he'd be summoning more than me. Either my wailing just completely overtook him during the 5-year, or, I don't know. It's kind of unbelievable that I have 27,000 stones used. He has 26,000. So that's pretty crazy. And then Mass Ningen had 441 Memorial Stones, which means he spent about 22,000. And my boy Steven Z Killer with 19,000, almost 20,000. So there's some context for you. Obviously, it's not everybody. But I wanted to show a little sample size to just, give you guys some perspective as to how much I spent compared to my contemporaries. And maybe where you rank compared to these guys. So let me know in the comments where you guys rank in this whale rankings. I don't even know how you define this. So it's a pretty interesting looking chart, right? So yeah, Truth is, it's no surprise. But me topping Tiger is pretty amazing. I really can't believe that. Like, there's got to be some mistake, right? So that's it for that. So now let's actually pick everything up. I also got, I got my chain rewards. You know what? I'll save that for something else. So those are my memorial stones. And now let's jump over. Actually, you know, before we do that, let me check your guys' answers, because I asked you guys on Twitter how you guys did on the memorial stone counts, and we had some interesting numbers. So Hazen had 742. 742. So comparing to all of that, he automatically beats everybody, including Havohai, only to be topped by Nolar and Truth. So Hazen went pretty crazy. Zero just started playing. 151 got Piccolo. Wow. So Grimelock, we're going to talk about this in a second. 151 is extremely lucky. You got 151, so you were just able to get 1 unit. That's remarkable. Nectarios, 128, and then 116 on JP, free to play. Okay, cool. We also had, let's see, what do we get here? 222 from Ken, 210 from Ase, almost 300 from Giorno Giovanna. We had almost 500 from ND, 126, 130, 57, 39, 86, 128, 28, 65. What do we got here? We got oh wait, no, that's the 232. Okay, from Fitsula, 232. 508 from Dan, 157. Teddy, 577. So that overtakes me. So we've got a couple of you tunes in here who went pretty crazy on these summons over the past year. This is the amount of memorial stones that I originally had 2 tickets, but with my memorial stones I bought 92. Okay. You're not a massive whale, no. 94. So you had 92 memorial stones? Cool. It's pretty sweet. Claire. And Jalen 118. I'm starting to lose it. I think I'm like, my vision's blurring now. Whew, I'm tired. 98. So yeah, those are some of the answers. Thank you so much for replying. Some of you guys went crazier than myself. Havohai, Tiger, that's crazy. That is crazy. Now, the point of this was to talk about what you're going to do with these memorial stones now. So, unfortunately, this is something that the Dokkan community is in an uproar about, because people are saying that 150 is a tad steep. And to an extent, I agree with that. I feel like 150 for a unit is pretty steep when considering the fact that there's nothing in between. All of these units are valued at the same amount, 150 for every single unit here. And if you can't afford that, you have to jump down to the celebration tickets. I kind of feel like that's a little uncool. I feel like there should have been, either they reduced the prices overall to make it a little bit more attainable for the general public, or they should have implemented some sort of a tier system, maybe based on team cost or something, where certain units would give, or would cost a certain amount. Actually, wait, I think, now that I think about it, cost may not necessarily be it. But just in terms of their value, maybe there should have been something that they could have done here to separate it a little bit. Just because if you have 149 memorial stones, you are not buying a single unit. And I think that's so tragic, because there's surely going to be somebody out there who just barely makes the cut or barely misses it. Like, for example, I believe it was Grimelock, who had 151 memorial stones. So he just barely made it and was able to buy Piccolo. Now for me, I only need 1 unit out of all of these features. They're all either rainbowed or close to it, so I don't need any of these units. The only one that I have 0 copies of is the Piccolo. So naturally, I'm going to be going for the Piccolo. There's just no question about it. I'm not going to be using these memorial stones to summon. And actually, can you summon? Oh, no, you would have to convert. I see. So you'd have to convert the memorial stones into tickets and then summon, which I'm not going to do. And it costs 1 memorial stone per ticket, which seems also kind of skewed. So I feel like they could have done a little bit better. Maybe if they made it at 130, 125 or something like that, that might have been okay. But they went to 150, and a lot of people are in an uproar about it. Expect to see a lot of memes on the subreddit, on Twitter. People are still going to be pretty raw about this one. So that's kind of the situation where we are at right now. And as far as me, well, since I whaled out and I got a pretty decent amount, I'm good. So I'm going to be pulling that Piccolo. Now the question is, I have 540. So what I could do here is I could actually buy 3 copies of the Piccolo. Wow, my voice is so tired. I can't even do my usual... I'm going to try it. Let me do the cell. Piccolo. Oof, doesn't sound that good. I can buy 3 copies of the Piccolo right now for $4.50, which would give me 72... I mean, wow, 92. I can't even do math anymore. 92 Memorial Stones left, which means I could go in and do some summons with those, but I don't know if I want to. I feel like... I actually don't really know what I want to do, but I do know for right now, I'm going to pick up 1 copy of the Piccolo. So let's at least do that. Let's pick up 1 copy of the Piccolo. So now I have every single unit, and honestly after that, I think the next step would be assessing if any units need a first dupe. I don't think... Yeah, now that I think about it, I think everybody here... Oh my gosh, Omega Shenron too? Omega Shenron. Okay, you know what? Huh. I might end up going for the Omega Shenron. No, you know what? I'm not going to because of a future video. So I'm not going to actually do that. These are all the easy A's. More easy A's. I think the rest of these are all easy A's. Yeah. So actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go for the Piccolo 2 more times because everybody else is basically rainbowed or close to it. So might as well do it. I haven't had Piccolo ever, so getting 2 more is actually not too bad because now he'll be at 79%. So I'm going to go through with that. So that is Piccolo. He is now attained. Everybody on the banner has been achieved or obtained. I'm mixing up my words now because I am sleepy, I am delirious, and my voice hates me. So let me find Piccolo. It has been a long time coming, my friend. Piccolo, I have all of your dupes ready to go. You want to see this? You want to see something? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to be doing this right now in the video. So let me switch down here. I think that should be enough. And then we can, yeah. So this is enough to get this guy to level 6. And then we use the remaining 4. This is going to feel so good to see all of those Piccolos get out of my inventory. They've been sitting there staring at me for what feels like an eternity, and now they can finally get out of my face. That feels really good. Okay, and then we'll use more training items, get all these done. Probably have to stack up a little bit more. I could probably be doing this a lot faster, but I'm really sleepy and I'm not making the best decisions. So let's do all that. Super Attack 10 is achieved, and now we will awaken the guy. I believe, I would like to think I have enough medals. Yep, 77 exactly. I have been waiting for this, and you know what I just realized? I forgot to add the freaking... Oh! I forgot to add the dupes. Stupid me. So let's go ahead and put the dupes in here. And let's put the dupes in here. So now his gold skill orb slot has been opened up. And there you go. So that is pretty much it. Piccolo has been achieved. He's at 79%. And what I'm going to do left over is probably I'm going to have to do a summon at some point because there's no way I'm going to be getting any more copies of Memorial Stones at all. This is all I'm going to have. And it's either that I just spend it. Yeah, you know what? I guess... No. You know what? I'm not going to do it now. I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone. But expect to see something in the future on the rest of these Memorial Stones. But that is going to be it for this video. I have received 542 Memorial Stones. That is the number to beat, apparently. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. And let me know in the comments, have you actually spent more than me? Did you get more than 542? And were you expecting me to overtake Tiger? I think that's the biggest shock in this whole thing. We knew Truth would be up there. We knew Nolar would be up there. Goresh is probably up there somewhere. There's a lot of people I wasn't able to ask because it's really late. So the fact that I had more than Tiger seems really, really weird. Were you guys surprised as I was? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future. And click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it! Thanks again. Stay tuned and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.